Welcome. Today we're diving into a sensitive yet intriguing topic. Does having a larger penis really make a man more attractive to women? It's a question that stirs emotions, rooted in societal pressures, media portrayals, and personal insecurities. This conversation is about much more than size. It's about understanding attraction, debunking myths, and focusing on what truly matters in building connections. Along the way, we'll explore scientific studies, evolutionary biology, and psychological perspectives. From surveys revealing what women value most to expert insights on relationship dynamics, will separate fact from fiction. By examining self-worth, confidence, and emotional intelligence, we can reshape how we view attractiveness. So let's begin with curiosity and an open mind. The answers may surprise you and empower you to focus on what truly matters. The idea that size matters has been around for centuries, deeply shaped by cultural norms, societal expectations, and historical context. In ancient Greece, statues often depicted men with smaller genitalia, symbolizing wisdom, self-control, and intellect. The belief was that restraint, not excess, reflected an ideal man. However, as time passed, societal values shifted. Today, Western media often perpetuates the notion that bigger is better, associating larger sizes with virility, dominance, and even success. This modern ideal has fueled insecurities among men and created unrealistic expectations. It has also given rise to a multi-billion-dollar industry offering enlargement products, ranging from pills and pumps to surgeries. These industries profit from the pressure men feel to conform to these exaggerated standards. But how much do women actually care about size? Research paints a complex picture. While preferences vary among individuals, most studies suggest that size is rarely a primary factor in attraction. In fact, it often takes a backseat to more meaningful traits. There's clearly a gap between what society teaches men to prioritize and what truly matters in relationships. Cultural messaging often focuses on physical traits, but real-world priorities shift to emotional and interpersonal dynamics. This disconnect reveals a broader truth. Attractiveness isn't just about how someone looks, it's about how they make others feel. For most women, qualities like empathy, attentiveness, and a sense of humor far outweigh superficial attributes. These are the traits that create lasting connections, fostering trust, intimacy, and mutual respect. By recognizing this, men can shift their focus away from external pressures and toward building confidence and cultivating meaningful relationships. To uncover the truth about attraction, we must dive deep into the data and examine the science behind human preferences. A groundbreaking study led by Dr. Brian Mounts, published in National Post, delved into how women perceive various physical traits in men. In this study, participants viewed life-size 3D models of male bodies, each with subtle variations in physical characteristics such as height, body proportions, and genital size. The results were revealing. While larger genitalia had a slight positive impact on perceived attractiveness, it was far from the most important factor. Traits like height and body proportions had a significantly greater influence on women's ratings. For instance, taller models with broad shoulders and a V-shaped torso were consistently rated as more attractive, suggesting that overall body symmetry and proportions outweigh isolated physical traits. Dr. Mounts' findings are supported by additional research into the psychology of attraction. A separate study published on Science Direct shifted the focus from physical attributes to emotional compatibility. Researchers found that women consistently ranked traits like empathy, effective communication, and a sense of humor as far more important than physical size or appearance. Emotional intelligence emerged as a key driver of attraction, enhancing not only relationship satisfaction, but also physical desire. Participants in this study described feeling more connected and attracted to partners who could understand their emotions, offer support, and engage in meaningful conversations. These findings suggest that emotional traits have a powerful impact on the way individuals perceive their partners. Cultural differences also play a significant role in shaping preferences. In societies heavily influenced by Western ideals, often perpetuated through media, advertising, and entertainment, physical traits such as size and muscularity tend to receive more emphasis. By contrast, in cultures less affected by these influences, other qualities like resourcefulness, kindness, and familial supportiveness often take precedence. For example, studies conducted in rural communities in Southeast Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa found that women were more likely to value traits associated with a partner's ability to provide and care for a family. This cultural variability highlights the role of societal conditioning in shaping individual preferences and challenges the notion of universal standards of attractiveness. Despite these differences, one conclusion is consistent across all research. Size is rarely a deal breaker. In study after study, women reported that the way a partner makes them feel safe, loved, respected, and understood far outweighs the importance of meeting specific physical ideals. For many, emotional and intellectual compatibility plays a far greater role in fostering attraction and maintaining long-term relationships. This aligns with findings from National Geographic, which emphasize that human relationships are deeply multifaceted. Physical attraction may act as an initial spark, but emotional and intellectual connection serves as the glue that holds partnerships together over time. To better understand this dynamic, researchers have explored the interplay between physical and emotional traits in attraction. For instance, a 2021 meta-analysis on romantic preferences found that women often view physical characteristics as one piece of a larger puzzle. While features like height, facial symmetry, and body proportions can influence initial impressions, they are often overridden by the presence or absence of emotional qualities. A partner's ability to demonstrate kindness, share a laugh, and engage in thoughtful dialogue often tips the scales in their favor. This suggests that physical appearance, while relevant, is ultimately a secondary consideration in the broader context of relationship satisfaction. Additionally, the role of evolutionary psychology cannot be ignored. From a biological standpoint, traits such as height, strength, and symmetry may signal good health and genetic fitness, which could explain their appeal. Attraction is not a one-dimensional concept, but rather a multifaceted interplay of physical, emotional, and cultural factors. Whether influenced by societal norms or personal experiences, what truly matters is the connection between two individuals and how they make each other feel. Ultimately, the science is clear. While physical traits may spark initial interest, it is the emotional bond and shared understanding that sustain lasting attraction. For most women, and likely for many men, what matters most is not the specifics of a partner's appearance, but their ability to build a relationship grounded in trust, love, and mutual respect. Evolution provides a fascinating context for understanding human attraction. Compared to other primates, humans evolved with significantly larger genitalia relative to body size, a unique trait among mammals. Scientists theorize that this may have served as a visual signal of reproductive fitness in early human societies, where physical traits likely played a more prominent role in mate selection. In ancestral times, these characteristics might have been interpreted as indicators of good health, genetic strength, or the ability to produce viable offspring. Such traits would have held an evolutionary advantage in environments where survival and reproduction were paramount. Given the societal pressures surrounding size, it's no surprise that many men explore enlargement methods in hopes of addressing their insecurities. From over-the-counter pills to mechanical pumps, stretching devices, and even surgical interventions, these solutions are marketed as quick fixes for a deeply personal concern. But how effective are they really? The truth is, most of these options offer minimal or temporary results, with many lacking robust scientific backing. Pills, often advertised as natural enhancers, typically contain herbal ingredients that claim to improve blood flow or boost testosterone. However, there is little evidence to support their efficacy. At best, these supplements may produce a placebo effect, and at worst, they can cause unwanted side effects or interact poorly with other medications. Pumps and stretching devices may provide temporary changes by increasing blood flow or stretching tissues, but these effects are short-lived and largely cosmetic. Regular use of such devices can sometimes lead to minor gains over time, but these methods require consistent effort and come with potential risks, such as bruising or tissue damage. Surgical procedures, such as penile lengthening or girth enhancement, offer more permanent results but carry significant risks. These surgeries often involve cutting the suspensory ligament or injecting fillers, which can result in scarring, infections, and even decreased functionality. Furthermore, many men who undergo these procedures report dissatisfaction with the results, as the outcomes may not align with their expectations. Experts warn that these surgeries can create more psychological harm than good, reinforcing insecurities rather than resolving them. Ultimately, most experts agree that focusing on self-improvement and emotional health is a far better investment than pursuing physical modifications. Traits like confidence, communication skills, and attentiveness consistently rank higher in importance than any physical attribute. A man who is secure in himself, emotionally available, and capable of creating a meaningful connection with his partner is far more attractive than someone preoccupied with changing changing their appearance. It's important to remember that true connection in a relationship comes from the way you engage with your partner, how you listen, support, and show love, not the size of one body part. Embracing this perspective can help shift the focus from external pressures to what truly matters in building a fulfilling and lasting relationship. So, what do women truly want in a partner? Research consistently highlights qualities like empathy, humor, and attentiveness. Women value partners who actively listen, communicate openly, and respect their boundaries. A 2020 study revealed that emotional connection significantly enhances physical satisfaction. Feeling understood and supported leads to deeper intimacy, making these qualities far more important than physical traits. Women also emphasize the importance of shared values and emotional compatibility. These traits create a foundation of trust, allowing relationships to flourish. While preferences for size vary, they are rarely as impactful as traits that build emotional and physical intimacy. Communication is essential in any relationship. Openly discussing desires, boundaries, and expectations builds trust and mutual understanding. Partners who communicate effectively are more likely to foster satisfying and lasting relationships. Women value partners who are attentive and responsive to their needs. This adaptability strengthens emotional bonds, enhancing overall attraction. By prioritizing communication, men can overcome insecurities and focus on what truly matters in building connection. Attraction is about so much more than physical traits. While size may influence initial impressions, it rarely defines long-term compatibility. Emotional intelligence, shared values, and mutual respect are the cornerstones of lasting relationships. Confidence is also key. Men who focus on self-growth and embrace their individuality often find that their attractiveness transcends physical characteristics. By fostering emotional connections and demonstrating kindness, men can build deeper, more fulfilling relationships. The belief that size defines attractiveness is largely a myth. True connection comes from emotional intelligence, confidence, and communication. Embrace who you are and focus on personal growth. Attraction is far more profound than physical traits. It's about the whole person. Thank you for joining us today, and remember, lasting attraction is built on connection, not comparison.
All right, stand back, Lois.
Oh, my. Well, no wonder he's always slouching.
How the hell did this happen? I'm supposed to be the man of the house.